Yeah! I'm ready, baby! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! It was fun.
It was fun. Well, good morning, everyone. A happy Wednesday to you all. Welcome all of my visitors who might be coming in for the first time, all of my subscribers, and of course, all of my Cravenites. Welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now, what a day we have today. You know, I had planned on a lot of things for this morning until something happened last night, and unbeknownst to me, and most all of us in the community, I think, except for Jamie Lee Curtis, who who leaked out the news on social media, the trailer's going to drop because why? Some other bonehead started leaking the trailer out the night before. Does this sound familiar? So, people decided to start leaking out the Halloween Ends trailer last night. And Universal did what it did last year with Kills. Same thing. Of course, then it was a few days ahead. At least this was only a matter of hours. And they dropped the trailer. They just like, we're going to let it go. And so first of all, I want to thank one individual in particular who brought it to my attention very first. And it's the General, Val, one of my moderators. Val, not sure if you're here yet this morning, but thank you for the message that was the very first one that said, hey, this just happened. Jamie Lee just tweeted, and then she posted like a little bit later. 3 minutes ago, the trailer dropped. So Val, thank you. You are amazing. Appreciate the tip. And everyone else. A lot of others of you have come forward or came forward last night and in all times of the night to say, hey, this just happened. So thank you guys who, were thoughtful enough to stop and say, you know what, just in case Craven may not know, let me just make sure, because I appreciate that. So thanks, guys, for all of you that did that. And there's another individual that I want to thank, and I haven't even spoken to yet about this amazing trailer other than a text last night. And he expressed that he would be waiting till this morning anyway to see it. And I have not yet had the privilege to talk to him about it. But you know what? I knew I would have the chance now. And so I for the very first time, I'm going to speak to him about this trailer. I have not shared my thoughts yet. A lot of people had videos out like within hours last night. I have not put one out yet. I am actually in the middle of working on a breakdown video for you guys. It's coming. It will be out later today. I was going to do a really quick reaction and then a breakdown, but I'm like, you know what? To me, it's a little redundant to do that. I've nothing against the people who do that. That's fine. I get it. I thought about it. But I decided to just wait and give you guys one big old bite of a video later today, breaking down scenes. And let me just tell you, before I get into all that, let me bring on my friend, my brother in the collective, and someone who we have become even more and more consistently doing streams together. And it's really, if we're not careful, it might just grow legs and become a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the Night Watch Zone, my friend, Night. What's up, Night? Good morning, sir.
What's up, baby?
Hey. Here we are. I swear, legs are trying to pop out, man. It's trying to go places.
It is. Woo. All right.
Dude.
Oh.
My gosh, here we are, and we're about to get into it. And guys, listen, when Night and I start getting into this thing, we may just go off into the Twilight Zone together. So
right.
Before we do that, let me say a real quick hello, because I know that a lot of you just came over from Night's stream, and I want to say thank you, first of all, Night, for bringing a bunch of friends over to the party this morning with you, and I think that's awesome. And
Absolutely,
I
man.
appreciate that so much. And I see a lot of names here that I recognize. You guys are amazing. Thank you all for coming over from Night Stream and joining us to continue this discussion together. And for all of you, my first time to discuss with you, and I know that I wasn't able to get on Night Stream earlier, so I've not heard anything about this at all from Night. So it'll be our first time, but I know some of you have heard Knight's ideas, and now I'm excited you're here to hear both of ours together. So, uh, listen, we got 50 people here. Knight, it would probably take 20 minutes to go through name by name. So, rather than doing that, I just want you all to know a big blanket good morning. I see you all here. I'm scrolling through just looking at the names to see everyone. So I know you're here. Knight knows you're here, and we appreciate you being here.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think that that's just a smarter use of our time, not a slight towards anyone. Because normally, kicking back with Craven, the morning stream's pretty chill, where I just we're just kind of going through the thing. But listen, this is anything but a typical Wednesday morning,
Right?
right? So
Yes.
anyway, a lot of new names, guys. By the way, if you're here for the first time, just want to say welcome again. If you found this stream through YouTube recommendations or something like this, or a search engine, thank you for coming. Stick around. I think you'll enjoy the community and hopefully you'll enjoy the content. So, welcome. It's great to see some new names I've not seen before.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and oh, one last thing, guys, before we get into it, I will make an effort for us to get to the chat, but we're only going to be on till like noon today, so it's a shorter stream anyway. So I won't get to everybody's comments. So if you really have a burning question, comment that you want us to talk about the trailer of Halloween Ends, or really anything at all horror related. Nope, it's coming out. I mean, that's coming out
Hmm.
this week. So anything, please, we'll take it. Just send it in a super chat. They always go to the front of the line, and I'll make sure we talk about your comment. Okay, night. So last night, and I know you were on the thread with Val, and I don't know,
Hmm.
was that the first notification you received as well, or did you hear it
Y-
elsewhere?
you and Val were the first people to tell
Hmm.
me, because I was on with the amazing Bob Hunt, and
Yeah.
we finished our stream. And you know me, Steven. I'm I'm um, I'm scientific with it. So once I get done a stream, I was kind of getting situated, and I was
Hmm.
kind of done for the night. I always check my DMs, or a lot of times me and you we'll have a conversation. So I always check that before I'm kind of like settling in for the night. But I was done, and then all of a sudden I heard about the trailer getting leaked and dropped, and you and the general were telling me, and
Hmm.
I'm like, oh man. And then I started to see notifications, and I'm like, are you
Yes.
serious? And I was, and I'm not gonna lie, and I said this on my stream, I was a little bummed out, because
Hmm.
I knew I wasn't gonna watch it. And I think I had told you that too. I was like, well, I'm gonna wait until the morning
Right.
to watch this thing, because number one, um I knew I was gonna stream, because I'm not gonna be able to stream tomorrow. So I wanted to do it live the first time on a live stream, watching it. So but it all worked out fine, you know what I mean? But yeah, you and Val were the first ones to let me know. So, and thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So were you able to maintain the anticipation and not watch it till this morning, or did you end up?
Yes,
You did
yes.
hold
I,
off.
I,
You
s- I,
held.
s- I stayed true, man. I stayed
Good for
true,
you.
because I just said, you know what? I just said I'm going to wait and do a real live reaction, first time reaction. And well, we'll get into it. I'll tell you
Yeah.
what yeah, but yeah, man. Wow. Wow. That's all I
Wow.
got to say.
Wow. That's right. And I will tell you now, Knight, have you had the opportunity to go back and begin your frame by frame breakdown, or have you just seen it like once in real time?
I just saw it twice. I actually did it twice. I watched it once, and I
Okay.
reacted, and had basically had tissues out, and then I watched it again live. So I haven't been able to break it down yet. Probably
Okay.
once I get off of here, I'm going to break it down a little bit more, and all
Okay.
that good stuff. Yeah.
Well, I will say this that, and we're gonna, we're about to get into it now. I know a lot of people are, like I say, have come for the trailer talk this morning, and that's really all I plan to talk about, unless we get a super chat leads us elsewhere. So there's a part of me that does kind of wish I had done an initial reaction video, only because when you watch it that first time, you're not analytically looking at it. You're just
Right.
taking it in, and you're just
Mm-hmm.
absorbing what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do that. I kind of wish I had of, because I have been working on the frame by frame. I mean, every single frame now, analyzing it in quarter speed. And
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some things, man. But you know what? Before we get to that, let's just talk about it. All right. So the trailer opens up. It's a minute 16. It opens up trick or treaters on the street.
Yes.
And what
Yes.
I have to say, man, and you guys will hear all about this in my video later, but I'm going to tell you guys now. It doesn't matter. What I loved about this trailer, I'm making a list of what I liked about it and what maybe is concerning to me about the trailer. I'm
Mm-hmm.
making a dual list. And the first thing was, we get the Michael Myers, the shape POV back, baby. It's back.
Yes.
He's looking up at the upstairs
Yes.
window, and he's like
Oh
walking to the
man.
front door, and we hear the breathing. Let's just start there. Were you as excited as I was to say we got the Stalker POV? This
Listen,
finally back from '78.
I'm look, and these guys are probably tired of me saying it because some of these guys heard me say it earlier. But Steven, man, I was geeking out so hard live when I'm watching. I'm like, oh my god, they got the POV, the long shot.
Yes, yes,
Again, shout out to Dean Cundy from '78, and I was
that's
like, oh
right.
my god, this is what we had talked about, what we wanted to see. Those
Hmm.
old school vibes.
That's right.
So the breathing, I was just like, oh my god, it's Christmas time, guys. It's Christmas time. That's what it is.
It
And
is.
again, and I said this earlier, and I don't want to jump ahead what you got planned to talk about, but like I said on my live stream, if we just take things at face value as far as what we saw,
Hmm.
obviously there's some things, and I did see a thing or two, and look at Brandon
You
Craven,
know, I do know, Brandon. Bro,
Ah,
let me
whew.
tell you what, and it's so funny because, and I normally don't do this, but as an impromptu thing, and
Mhm.
night, you and I sometimes say this as channel owners, we can do it. We can do what we want. I mean, it's our channel, right? So
That's right.
we have some ability there.
That's right.
So Brandon, I'm gonna say, buddy, listen, Brandon over at I Like Scary, if you want to jump on this stream this morning on the panel, I'm going to open up the invitation to you, man. So we can talk about it. Night and I got some things to talk about, but we're going to be on for another hour, a little over an hour. So I'll leave it up to you, man. Open invitation, just impromptu, because tomorrow night, not tomorrow night, I mean tonight, Night and I are going to be over on Brandon's channel tonight to talk about the trailer. So, hey,
Yes.
you know
Yes.
what? If you want to come on, Brandon, I'll shoot you the link. You can join us for some discussion, and then we'll end the day on your channel
There
talking
you
about the
go.
trailer again. So,
There you go.
just let me know, buddy. Just hit me up, and I'll look for your comment, because I'm like 10 minutes behind, but I'll skip forward. All right, so Night. Let's get back to what we're talking about here. Um, Okay, so POV, we've got
Mm,
the POV. That's the first thing
mm.
that jumps out to me, and I'm like, thank
Oh
you.
man. Yes.
And we've got we've got the heavy breathing. It seemed that the breathing was a little bit more labored
It
than
did.
usual. Did you notice that it was
Yes.
heavier than
Yes,
normal?
it was. I thought about that too. I was like, yeah, all right.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's an interesting observation. I'm like, why is it really heavy, really
Mm-hmm.
labored, like they're struggling a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting observation. We'll have to think more about that, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that may be a clue about something. Now he is older. We got to remember this is 4 years later
After. Mm-hmm.
after what happened, and he took a major beating 4 years ago out in the street. Not enough to keep him down,
Right.
obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
there's something I think to them making that so. What seemingly to me was apparent that it
Yeah.
was heavy
Mm-hmm.
breathing. So okay, so we get this POV. He looks up at the window, and then we see him walking, and he goes up the sidewalk to a house, which, by the way, I've never seen before. I've never seen this house. I mean,
Hmm.
unless I've missed it. I don't remember that in 18
It
or in
looked,
Kills. Did I
yeah.
miss it?
Well, someone had said in my stream, which is true, it kind of looks like the house in I think it was it 4 or 6? I can't
Very
remember.
reminiscent to those. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
There's kind of a look. Maybe it was 4, or it could have been 6. Kind of
Hmm.
reminds me some of those older houses like we'd see where the Druids were out, back like in 6 or one of those.
Yep. Yep.
Very. It did have more of an older, not old school. That's not the right word, but more of a vintage Halloween house look, for lack of a
Yes.
better word.
That's
You
a good
know.
way to, yep. Yep.
Um. Now we get into this house and we have a classic going. It's like 78 going up the
Yes, it is.
stairs, man. POV
Mm.
again, looking at the rails of the stairwell, and he gets up to the top, and there's a door that's already open. It's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
almost fully open. It's open quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then we see him push the door open, and I'm going to get back to that in a moment. But he pushes the door open, and what do we see, Knight? We see Jamie Lee's debut on the
Yes.
trailer
Yes.
in all of her glory, if you will, as the
Mm.
final girl with the handgun
Yep.
pointed, and
Whew.
she's ready. She's
Mm, mm,
ready.
mm.
And I'm like, okay. And I was worried based on the leak last night and stuff that came in. And by the way, Mark, thank you for working out this morning and watching the stream. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Uh, I was concerned based on some of the what was beginning to leak last night that it was the CinemaCon trailer.
Yeah.
However, and I know that some of this footage was from CinemaCon because it matched exactly the same,
Yep.
but it wasn't just all these old flashbacks. There were a few, right? We get a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, and I love how it
Mm-hmm.
says their saga, and then we see 78 footage.
Yep.
You know, comes to an end or ends. No, ends. Their saga ends,
Yep.
and so we got some of that flashback stuff, but it wasn't just that. We got some new
Mm-hmm.
scenes we haven't
Yes.
seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start bouncing around. I'm not going to try to go chronologically through the entire trailer because I just want to talk about what we want to talk about. Yeah, we don't have to worry about being in order.
Right.
So I'm going to keep it all positive right now because it mostly is positive. I think the trailer
Mm-hmm.
was really good.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a couple of scenes that I'm a little concerned about. That's all. But for the most part, it's all positive. We're introduced to a character along the way, Knight, and maybe I'm gone completely brain dead. Oh, and by the way, I need to say this. So we got almost 70 people. I'm having intermittent power issues over here. The neighborhood I'm in, they're working on power. So there is a possibility I may lose power in this stream. The good news is the way StreamYard is built, it will continue with as long as Knight's here. It's going to continue. So if I just disappear, Knight will carry on. He's done this a time or two in his
Yeah,
life, just a couple
Yeah.
times. So he'll he's gonna he'll carry on with you guys, and I will be back as soon as my router resets and all that fun stuff.
Mhm.
So just want to give you excuse me a heads up. Man, swallowed wrong. All right. So what was I? Oh yeah, okay. Let's back up. First of all, let me see if Brandon has mentioned has said anything yet. Knight, would you mind checking the?
Yeah.
Just if you don't mind, I don't want to exactly lose my spot here. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
get everybody up on the screen as we're talking. So, Riot Rooter, yes. I'm sorry, Riot Rooter, Riot Rioter, yeah, yes. I have seen the Jeepers Creepers trailer. I will have a video out on it today or tomorrow. Tomorrow at the latest. Okay, but there's only one trailer we're talking about on this live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, man. So we're introduced to a character, man, and I do not know. I don't recall who this is unless I've got a blinder on, a blind spot in my memory.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a red-headed individual, and we see her, I believe, twice. We see her on the phone with a really clear shot of her on the phone, and Myers is behind her. And then we see another shot of this same redheaded female as she opens up the car door on the street, and they zoom in on her. I went to IMDb Pro,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked for the life of me to try to find her, and there's no one there with red hair. Once red hair, they can dye, hair can change. But I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
who else could this be? And there's like three other females on IMDb that I think it could possibly be her, or maybe really only one of those could possibly be her. Do you know who that is? Is that I think it's a new character.
Yeah, I think it's a new character too.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know. I really don't. I can only
Yeah.
speculate what I thought, but I don't know.
Same here. Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't like just had this block somewhere where I couldn't remember who it was. And I have to say, Knight, really quickly, we've got 66 people in the chat. We've got 36 likes. So guys,
Oh,
listen.
hey,
If guys, if you want to help us in a big way right now, we're talking for another hour about this trailer, about our thoughts. If you want to help this, now we're at 70 people. If you want to help this stream get seen by even more people, literally right now in real time, if you could smash that thumbs up button, awesome, Night, thank you.
hmm
If you could smash that thumbs up button right now, Night, tell the good folks watching what's going to happen if we get this up into the 60s on the likes right now. What's going to help? What's going to help happen?
we're gonna sing "Happy Happy Halloween." No, I'm just joking.
Oh no! Don't tempt me, dude.
I'm just.
We might just do it. No,
we might.
we might.
Get those likes up, guys. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Let's
What's
make this thing happen.
That's right. And what is YouTube going to do for us? If the algorithm is watching, it's
That's right.
listening, right?
It's listening.
Watching.
And it will push it out to other fans. It will push out to
Yes.
other people, guys. And like I said on my live stream, you guys know how this thing works. The more that we can get these videos out to people, the more people that we can have in this community. And you guys love each other so much, and we want this community to keep growing, and it's growing with all of you viewers. It's growing with so many of us as content creators that hang out with each other and have these get-togethers and have these watch parties and stream more and stream in the morning, stream at 2 a.m. and just more and more
Yeah.
content. And we can do that, guys, when the channels have that type of strength to them and we know that people want it. So definitely do it, guys. Definitely do it, because you guys know this is a fantastic channel. It's a fantastic community. Support my man Craven. Come on.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
that,
man.
Night. And
Yeah.
and the more people that come in, the more people get to enjoy and discuss it with us and learn about Night's channel and my channel too. It's a
Yep.
win-win all the way around. And so we appreciate y'all's support. And it does take less than 2 seconds. It's a quick click, boom, and you're done. You're done.
That's right.
But I will tell you something. Carrie's coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Carrie, this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
He's breathing heavy because of his age. Yeah, and too many stairs. And well, here's the other thing. We don't know how long he'd been walking to get to that house. If he's come from out
That's
in the
right.
woods or in the cave somewhere in
That's right.
Haddonfield, he may
That's
be
right.
tired. He may be looking for a Gatorade, man. Like, dude, I need to hydrate. Like I put down the Pall Malls, but this is a long walk. So
Michael needs to hydrate. That's
He's
awesome.
gotta hydrate, man. You gotta take care of yourself there.
Oh,
Uh,
Lord.
So, real quick, for Katie, my mind, dude, I am scrambled eggs with this trailer, and then I'm looking at names in the chat. I'm just like, I'm like, whoa, my gosh. Carrie, thank you so much for your super chat, my friend. And I know Carrie's a big fan of the Bobos, so
Yes.
I think it's appropriate we start off with the Halloween Bobo this morning. Should we grab our thighs and scream, Night, or should we let our tongues speak for themselves?
Let's sorry. Let our tongues speak for themselves. We'll start there.
I thought you might say that. For those of you that are new and like, what's about to happen? Every time you get a super chat on the channel here, we always like to play a funny clip. So here it is. Carrie, here's your Bobo.
I'll make your bubs bounce. I'll make your bubs bounce. Let's go.
There it is. Oh man, that never gets old, man. When he really gets into it, I'm like, oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Whew.
man. He's like he's all in. He's
He
totally
is.
all in. Love
Oh
that.
man.
Thank you, Carrie. Much appreciated. And real quick, guys, because as Knight would say, and I love this part of your intro on your channel. He's a man of his word. I'm a man of his, I can't do it right. It sounded horrible. It's like I sound like Kojak or something there. What are you doing, baby? But that part where it's like, he's a man of his word. I'm like, man, you got a banging theme, dude.
Thanks, man.
So I told you guys, super chats go to the front of the line, and I keep my word on that. So let's get some more super chats tonight are coming in. You guys are being so
right.
generous this morning. Thank you. We have Bobby. Dude, what's up, Bobby? Bobby's
Hey.
Breakdowns. Hey, $5 super chat this morning. Thank you, bud. Was listening to the Halloween stream earlier. Caught myself singing Silver Shamrock. Oh, that's awesome.
I
Dang
tell
it,
ya.
Craven. Hey, man. If I can make your life a little bit more insane with some Shamrock, I'm happy.
Wow. Too
Yes.
funny. Too funny.
Is he fishing, dude?
He could be. He could
might
be.
I think he might be fishing on a fishing expedition right now with this super chat.
He might be.
You know what? Oh boy! You know it's early in the morning for this, but Knight, what do you say, buddy? You only live once. What the heck, man? It's a $5 super chat from my buddy Bobby, Craven and I on the
All right.
channel. I think we need to do it. So let's go.
Yeah.
So guys, in honor of the Halloween Ends trailer and Bobby's generous super chat this morning, I think it's time to get the Silver Shamrock masks out. Everyone put them on, and we're going to brutally attack your ears right now.
Brutally.
And so brutally, more brutal than a Michael Myers attack. But you know what? We should wait. We should wait until Brandon joins the stream. So Bobby, we're going to bring Brandon into this too. So man, hang on, buddy. I'm going to save your super chat. We're going to get back to your song in just a minute. But
All right.
seriously, Bobby, I'm so glad you're here, and thank you for your support. As always, my friend, you're awesome. And look here, bringing in more support. Look at Jen Werner coming in. What's up,
Hey.
Jen? One of our amazing moderators here with Night in the community. Get those likes up. I want to hear them sing. See?
There you go.
There you go. Okay. Got to get those likes up. Where are we at, man? Let's see.
It looks like we are at 46.
Oh, come on now.
47? Wow.
Guys, we're 81 people
We have
here.
half
and
the amount of likes of the people viewing. What's
half
up,
of the
guys?
amounts. Yeah, we got to get those likes up, man. We got to get the likes
Come on,
up.
guys. Come on.
We want this stream to be seen by everyone out there today who's just tuning into YouTube, right?
Yes.
So come on, guys. 46 likes with 80 people. We can do better. And speaking
That's right.
of enhancing the stream, Jen, thank you, by the way. And let's bring in our guest, another guest here. We got about another hour or so to go. So let's bring in our good friend Brandon to the channel from I Like Scary. What's happening, man? Good morning.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, look
Hey.
at him.
Man. What is up, man?
Man,
Woo.
having a great morning here. Night and I are just, well, you've heard, we're literally like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 30% of the way through this trailer. We're just kind of working our way through it. So I was like, man, we're going to be on your channel tonight.
Yeah.
I Like Scary. We're going to be on Brandon's channel.
Right.
So Brandon, real quick, and then I promise, guys, we're going to get back into trailer talk, so don't go anywhere. But Brandon, let everybody know what's happening on your channel tonight that Night and I are going to be a part of. What's going on over there, man?
So tonight is gonna be real big for I Like Scary. You guys know like Michael's like the face of my channel. We're having a freaking I Like Scary Halloween Ends trailer breakdown party. So a party. So it was only right that I brought Night and Craven, and just we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna break it down, man. We're gonna to the point where we're
Yes.
gonna have some screenshots up.
Yes.
I just want to get deep into it. I want to get lost in the trailer, if that makes sense. I want to
Mhm.
get lost and find out things that we couldn't catch when we just watched it just by just tap, just tap and play. I want to be able to
Yeah.
pause it and get lost in some moments. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited for it. I'm still, hyped up as you see.
Right?
Yeah, I'm still,
That's what I'm.
Oh yeah.
so
Woo.
it's going to be crazy, man. I can't wait for it. I waited for this, like Lori said. I waited for this.
Right.
Waited for this moment. Yes.
Yeah.
Man, we're excited, and it's funny because I don't know if you were here from the very beginning, Brandon, but just real quick, I watched the trailer like 2 or 3 times in real time last night just to take it in, not to
Yeah.
literally break it down. And so this morning I've been breaking it down. I've slowed the speed down to like a quarter or a tenth of the normal speed. It's where it's so slow. It's like you have to turn the audio off because
Yeah.
it sounds like the Terminators are invading. It's like I'm like what? It's horrible.
Yeah.
So
Right.
and I've caught some things. All right, I've seen some things, and I think because it's so new, I may not touch on some of that this morning because I think maybe we'll keep it more just initial reactions because I'm going to have a very detailed video later this afternoon. It's going to have all the breakdowns in it,
Yeah.
but I might touch on it. Let's just see how the conversation goes for the next hour ish,
Yeah.
and we'll see. I may touch on some things. Okay.
Already.
I don't want to spoil anything either, but it's in the trailer. So here's how I look at it, guys. And my philosophy is this: none of us here on this channel, we don't do spoilers, right? Very careful about that. But if you put out a trailer with scenes in it, I'm going to talk about them.
Yeah.
That's always been my rule.
Yep.
So it's not a spoiler if the studio releases it.
Right.
So now I also understand and respect some people's threshold. They don't want to have a real breakdown. They just want to see it in real time, not really analyze it. I respect that. So I will let you guys know if we do start to talk about a couple of scenes that are really, let's just say, maybe are on my radar to wonder about. I will let you guys know ahead of time in case you don't want to hear it. But it's fair game in my mind, guys. Do you guys agree? When
Yeah,
it's
I
a
agree.
trailer,
Yeah.
you just tear it up. It's out there.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Mm-hmm.
If they put it out there, they want it to be talked about. So
Yeah.
That's right.
They
Yep.
want us to see it. And remember, with these trailers, and I know I'm giving way more credit than I probably should because we got burned by Scream 5.
Yeah, we
But
did.
maybe there's stuff in there that is misdirection. We don't know, especially with Halloween. We've heard there's 2 different versions
Yeah.
that have been edited together. There's been reshoots.
Mhm.
So none of us here can definitively say every scene in here is the final cut, right? So keep that in mind as well. So maybe they want us to talk about this because when the movie comes out, it won't even be there. And that's brilliant if they do that. I will applaud them if that happens.
Yeah.
So anyway, before we get any further into the trailer, guys, I've made a couple of promises. So Jen has been waiting to hear us sing, and Bobby has been wanting to hear us sing too. So with the 2 super chats, I think it's only fair that we honor that. And I wanted to wait for Brandon to come in because Brandon, I
He's just looking at
purposely,
his face.
he's like, dang it, you couldn't have done this without me here. Yeah, we could have, but we didn't. We wanted to wait. Yep. So
It's karma, man. I got night, man. I got it going. It's karma, man.
that's great. So guys, listen, you get your ears ready. Now here's what I want to ask you all to do. Everyone here I believe, is a Halloween fan because they know it's about trailer talk this morning.
Right.
Excuse me. And even if you're not a Halloween fan, just for the spirit of for a minute, join us, please, in singing the Silver Shamrock song. If you're not sure what that is, you'll know after the first verse because it literally just repeats itself over again. And so I want to trust that you're all singing it at home, Now, or if you're at work singing it in your head, because we're going to feel your energy. We may not hear your voices, but we're going to feel you. So
Yeah.
I would love it if all of you right now, all 75 of you beautiful people watching, would sing this at the same time as we are. If my voice will not just give out. And we're going to have fun with this. So, guys, it's time for the Silver Shamrock song. So I will go ahead and count us in, and then we're going to sing it. And remember, just keep going. The delay is going to be there. It's all right. We're going to be singing all over each other. So that's that's the beauty of it. So
Yeah.
nowhere, ladies and gentlemen, can you find quality content like this on YouTube where we
It's
will
true.
serenade you. You're not going to find this on most channels,
Yeah.
right? No, it's not going to happen. So,
Yeah.
but it happens here because that's how we roll. So guys, here we go. Silver Shamrock theme in 3, 2, 1, go. Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Yes, thank you guys.
Man.
Woo! Yay! Thank you, Brandon. Bobby and Brandon, Bobby and
Yes.
Jen for your super chats this morning, and thank you all for being good sports and listening and seeing. Oh, Bobby, that backfired on me.
Well played. Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thanks.
Because I think Bobby's point was, I'm trying to get the song out of my head. Now you're singing it again. Oh, Bobby, you're the best, brother. Thanks, man. It's so great.
Man.
Oh, we hope you guys had fun with that. It's always a good time.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, let's get back on gear. Goodness gracious. The trailer. So Brandon, I'll ask you the same thing. Where we left off was Knight and I are both in agreement. We don't know. We see this redheaded female 2 times in the trailer. We see her on the phone right before what doesn't look to be maybe a good ending for her, with Michael peeking behind this little doorway thing. Oh, and we see her at a car. She gets out and she's like looking towards the camera.
Yeah.
So, do you know who this redheaded woman is, or is it going to be a surprise?
So what I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna say one thing.
Okay.
Don't F with the Mulaney's. Don't F with the Mulaney's.
Oh,
Mulaney's.
If you look back when the kids were messing with Lonnie,
That's right.
Yes.
I think that's her.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good
There's a
call.
redhead. That is a redhead in there.
And that they made it a point to show that how bright and vibrant that hair was. So
Yeah.
So don't F with the Mulaney's.
Good
Dude.
call.
Nice call. Well done. That is.
You all right.
You all.
Telling you, man.
I'm telling. Me too. See, I didn't think about the callback to 18.
Yes.
Or was that Kills?
Kills.
That was Kills. The Kills callback at the beginning.
Mhm.
Oh man.
With them explaining the boogeyman, he's like, he's down the street, and he pulls off. It's kind of letting it be known, like they know who the boogeyman is now. So
Right. Mm-mm-mm.
Wow, man, and there it is, too, guys. So tonight we're going to be finishing our stream tonight. We're literally going to be carrying on what we're starting now tonight at 10:30 Eastern on Brandon's channel. So
it's gonna be
anyway,
fun.
Mm-hmm.
so you know what? I like it. She's the Mulaney until she's not.
Yeah,
I
There you
think that's
go.
good. That's how I'm going with it.
Absolutely.
and she was a bully, so she's gonna.
Yes.
She
So
was.
she's got to get it. She's got to get it.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so we see her now. Do we want to talk about? We'll talk about the positives. Let's keep going the positives. I like the positives because there's a couple of scenes that there's three scenes. There was really 4 scenes in particular that have me concerned.
Okay.
So I'll avoid those for right now. So
Mm-hmm.
we see Allison screaming. There's this little montage of screams,
Mhm.
and it starts with Jamie Lee screaming, Then we have the Mulaney. We're gonna go with the Mulaney, the fiery redhead Mulaney.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see another person screaming I've never seen. She's on the ground, and it
Yeah.
looks like she's sitting next to like a truck, like a. Of course, I thought of a transport
Yeah.
truck,
Maybe, yeah.
which
Yeah.
I mean, which makes me wonder if like Michael's captured again and he gets out again. I
Mhm.
don't know, guys. I'm telling you.
Glass Hill.
Glass Hill. Yes,
Dr.
that's
mentioned it. Yeah.
that's exactly what I thought of that. I'm like, oh, that's the same kind of truck front, like you would have a bus or
Yeah.
something that would be transporting people.
Yeah.
So that could be. And then the last one we see here, there's who was the other person screaming on that? Oh, maybe that was it. Maybe it was the fourth. It was the and Allison. Yeah, that's
Allison,
four of them
yep.
total. Four of them total. So then after that, oh no, there's a kid. Looks like a younger person on a fence
Yo, the yellow.
screaming.
Yeah.
Oh,
yellow
yeah,
jacket.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could that be Glass Hill? Is that a replication of the very first Halloween when the prisoners are out at the? I don't know. I mean, maybe,
Yeah.
but we don't know that person either. I've never seen that individual either.
Right.
So, okay, so we get through there, and then we get to what I do believe 100% are the CinemaCon footage there
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
end. It matches
Yeah.
everything we heard.
Yes. Yep.
So
It looked good too, didn't it?
It
Though
looked
I was like, oh, man. I'm sorry. It was
Man.
just, whew.
Oh, you all right, buddy? Dude, night.
I'm telling you, man.
Do that again, man. That was awesome.
Because
I was like,
when
whoa.
well, first of all, can I just say this? And I know I'm being super geeky, but I
That's
know
all right.
I know people can understand it. First of all, just seeing Jamie Lee Curtis in this thing, and I said this on my live stream. I'm just excited, man. This is the Scream Queen. I mean, obviously, no disrespect to Nev because I absolutely love Nev too. Well, you know, it's you can't go wrong either way.
Yeah.
Whoever you're gonna pick,
No.
but Jamie Lee Curtis, man, five decades, 45 years, and just seeing her doing what she does. Michael's there trying to put her hand down the garbage disposal,
Dang.
and I was like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you know, as I'm watching it, you know, and I'm just hyped up, man. I'm so hyped up, and it just, whew,
Oh, bro,
what a
it's
day.
it's a
What a
great
day.
day to be a Halloween fan, my friend.
Man.
This
It
is
is.
like
It
this is a
is.
great day. That's why I'm not going to be harping on. Not even. I don't even think it's negative. It's just observations. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this is a good day. I'm not. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna poo-poo on anyone's cake. Because this is a great trailer. I trust me. I thought it was just going to be exactly like CinemaCon was described, where
Mm.
long ago,
Yep.
and or whatever, and it wasn't.
Yep.
They added some new stuff. Brandon,
Yeah.
you were going to say something, Brandon. Go ahead.
If it's what I think it is, Craven, I think it's going to play out good. I'm not going to say it until if you just,
Okay.
but I think it's going to play out good if they shoot it right and they go about it right. I think it's going to be one of those whoa moments.
Yeah, it could be, and maybe we'll see here in a minute if it's what I'm thinking it is, and that we might be. You could be
Yeah.
right, because it's been my number one thing. In fact, well, hold on before I get to that, because I want to stick on this stuff.
I love how we're dancing around stuff. It's awesome.
I know
man.
this is so fun. It's like it's okay. It's all good. We're gonna get to it all. I promise you guys. And then, so I just have to say we got like 90 people here, guys. We're like right at we were right at 90 people. Amazing. Awesome. And it's because you guys are hitting the thumbs up button. So we're in the 60s now. So you guys are making it happen. All right. So the kitchen scene, great fight scene. I love the backwards headbutt.
Yeah.
Of Jamie
Yes.
Lee. Great shot.
Oh,
And
man.
can I say something funny though? This is like, sometimes when you watch something, your brain just is like, huh, kind of moment where, this is silly, but whenever I saw him sticking her hand and he reaches over and he turns the switch on the little, the disposal. And the first thing I thought of was, how did he know what that was for? Just silly, random things like that. Like, Did they
Yeah.
have? I mean, maybe they had that back in '78. I don't think so, but maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, he like knew right where to go and flip that switch. But again, I'm probably way over analyzing that. It's not. It's all because again, this man could drive and he'd never been in
Yeah.
a car
That's
before.
right.
So
That's
I'm
right.
not. He's got that thing that's otherworldly in him, and
Right.
if you've got ancient evil in you, I think it knows where to push a button. It's been around the block,
Yeah.
for disposals. But anyway, it was just one of those moments. It wasn't a big deal. I just thought to myself, wow, that's interesting. He knows what that is,
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Because we often say he's like a kid, but he's
Yeah.
filled with evil, right?
Yes.
Kind of thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
but anyway, so we're doing the fighting scene there, and then she reaches down, and I think it's a beautiful shot. And I took a screen grab of it. I've got like 20 something screen grabs for my video today, and it's a shot where she reaches for the knife on the floor, and you see her long sleeve shirt, and the knife's got blood all over it, which that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's been stabbed really recently because the knife's bloody
Right.
already.
Yeah.
Maybe it's her. Could be somebody else. And I just love the shot. I don't know why. Just, fight me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just like the shot. She
Right.
reaches, she's got her hand on the knife, and her hand's bloody.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, then we see the ultimate Ghostface versus Olivia versus Tara, except through the top of the hand instead of the inside of the hand.
That's right.
And that's it. That's how it ends. And then we got then we have the whole thing and I love the end. Halloween ends. So, all right, guys. So it's time. It's time to talk. It's time to talk brass tacks, as Knight would say.
Yeah.
And here's been my concern. I expressed this on what stream were we on, Knight, the other day? Remember we were on a stream and it was your stream, wasn't it?
Yeah. We were on mine.
It
Yep.
was yours.
Well, when we did the watch along and we talked a little bit.
That's what it was. I think that's
Yeah.
what it was. Okay, so I said that, because it was the collective because Fate was there, and I said, hey,
Oh, on Monday, yes.
on Monday, there's two versions going around,
Yeah.
and there's one version I do not really want to see at all,
Yeah.
and there's another one that sounds promising. Well, and again, we know the footage is out there, so I don't trust the trailer, but I do trust the synopsis that was released by the studio today. And I don't know if you guys have read the synopsis yet.
Yeah.
Official. It's out there. And the synopsis confirms the version of Halloween I was hoping to not see. It has been confirmed. So what basically we see in the trailer is we see this character. He's in two scenes. It's a younger male character, and it's going to be the character that's going to be named Corey. It's the guy Corey.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The rumor has been that this character. Oh, by the way, guys, we're about to get into breakdown territory. So, if for anyone here, we're at 94. We're about to hit triple digits, guys. This is fantastic. I just want to say this up front, if you don't want to hear like really analyzed, looked at closely scenes, then this might be the point where you don't necessarily leave. Just kind of tap out, maybe put some music on, bring the volume down, and then because we're going to get into some breakdowns now. All right. So we see this character twice. We see him. Jason. Okay, I love this. Break it down. Okay, man. Break it down. I wish I had a nice little break it down clip like a Mr. T. Mr. T clip. Treat you right. Treat your mother right. Woo! Treat her right. That's what I need right now, man. Okay. So here we go, guys. And then I'm gonna set the stage, gentlemen, and then I want to get your guys. I want to get your guys' thoughts. So things that jumped out to me one moment while I hydrate like Michael Myers on his long walk from the caves.
Right?
Okay. All right. So here we go. I saw the character Corey, and I know it's him because I've seen the actor's face, and I knew right away that's who that was. And I said, okay. There's a scene where he's in like a tunnel. Looks like a sewer tunnel or some type. And he's walking and he's looking, and then we see a hand, presumably Myers' hand, grab him. And then we see another scene of him where he's on the ground.
Yeah.
Myers is on top of him, throwing him down to the ground.
Mhm.
and that's it. That's all we see of him. So here's though the issue I have, or I don't want to call it an issue. It's more of a concern than an issue. Is, and I'm going to pull up this. I'm going to pull up this description.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys have not read this yet, the synopsis is officially been released. I'll have it in my breakdown video on the screen so everyone can get it. You know what? Let me just put it on the screen. How about if I put it on the screen right now?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say? Let me upload it. Give me 2 seconds. So
Yeah.
while this thing is uploading,
Mhm.
I just want to say that there are two other scenes in this movie or in this trailer that have got me concerned as I kind of start putting some dots together, which not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily are right. We know how that goes. We can be some
That's
dots
right.
don't always connect.
Yeah.
But here we go, guys. So for those of you who have not seen this is from the studio. This is the real synopsis. So this is the movie we're going to be getting. They put it out today. So here we go, guys. It's 4 years after the events of last year's Halloween Kills. Laurie's living with her granddaughter Allison. So I'm presuming that house at the beginning is Allison's house,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe it's Laurie's house. Allison's living there probably. It's more, and she's finishing writing her memoir. Michael Myers hasn't been seen since. Laurie, after following the specter of Michael to determine and drive her reality for decades, has decided to liberate herself from fear and rage and embrace life. But
Mm-hmm.
when a young man, Corey Cunningham, is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, it ignites a cascade of violence and terror that will force Laurie to finally confront the evil she can't control once and for all. So that is the movie. There it is. That's the plot of the film. So this Corey character is going to be, and I've heard, I can't confirm this per se, but I have heard that he has a huge role in this. He's featured like big time in this movie. And here's one thing that and I'm going to talk about the other scenes in a minute, but here's the only thing, guys, that I don't like about this move
Mhm.
is that I'm not a fan of a trilogy, especially
Mm-hmm.
introducing a brand new character in the final chapter who's going to have a substantial role.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know this
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
I would much rather it be someone you establish in 18 or at least kills.
Mhm.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So how do you guys feel about just, again, we're not criticizing anything. We haven't seen the movie. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying on the premise alone, how do you feel about us having what looks to be a central character that's brand new, we've never seen before? What do you guys think about that? Knight, go ahead and you start us off.
Well, I think that it's a very risky maneuver, story wise, narrative wise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the one thing we do know in any horror movie is that the strength of the horror movie relies on the characters quite often. We got to care about these characters. And in order to care about the characters, we have to know the characters. And in order to know the characters, we have to spend some time with the characters. And when like you said, this is the type of move that you would have done in kills rather than ends. If it happens the way we think it might happen, again, this is all just talking. We don't know anything 100% concrete yet, but it is the type of thing, and I've talked a little bit about it, on live streams and also on the collective and so forth. It makes me a little nervous because I'm just wondering how well it can be executed. And again, execution is so important. It's probably as important for this movie as anything because it's the end of the trilogy, and as far as we know, maybe the end of the timeline. So the execution is so important. So I'm really um interested in it, very curious. There is nervousness as well, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping and praying. I mean, and because of 2018 and Kill, I definitely think these filmmakers, David Gordon Green, I think they've got an understanding of how to, work a story. So I'm just hoping and praying that they're able to pull this off. But like you said, when you bring in a brand new character that's prominent in the third act, the third movie in a trilogy, that's Wow. You're really putting yourself against the wall there. So that's my
You
thought.
are. You are. Brandon, how about you, man? How do you feel about just introducing a new character like this that could be really big to the movie?
It can, to be honest, it can go either way. It all depends on how emotionally attached we become to the character. Especially if they're essential and stuff like that. Um, you know how Karen died in Kills. I don't know about you guys. I hated Karen in 2018, but I started to love her in Kills. So when she died, it affected me. So I
Yeah.
feel that
Mm-hmm.
they could possibly be inserting him for emotional attachment. And it might hurt a lot of people, but I'm thinking they're going to use him for a kill that's going to get us riled up. We're going to get some emotions attached with him. And like, we like this character, or we feel for him in a way or something, even if he's like, what we don't think he is. I just feel that event, like, for the way they're saying he's the glue of the franchise and everything. They're saying he has possibly a bigger role than Lori and everything. I don't see how that can possibly make sense when Lori's been in it, like Knight said, for decades. No one should have a bigger role than her. So I just feel it's just about emotions at the end of the day. We're going to get attached to this character, and it's all about just inserting a person, and we're getting attached to him, and something bad happens, and it's like, wow, we got it without taking out an OG character or something. We got to take somebody off the list that just came in, but you guys still got affected by it. That's what I think they're doing.
Yeah, that's a great point too. Those are both good points you guys made. Real quick before we get back to the character, Jason's coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Jason. Says, do we know the runtime yet? I've seen nothing about runtime yet. Have you guys seen anything yet?
I have you, Brandon? Because I did hear, and I guess it was a rumored runtime, but I have. I think.
Okay.
Did you hear about it, Brandon?
I've heard. I keep hearing consistently. You guys want me to say it?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Okay, that's what I heard. I had heard someone that where through some rumors just shy of 2 hours and 10 minutes. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
That's not bad. I'll take that.
Mhm.
I'm kind of glad it's going to break 2 hours if it's for the finale, especially the last one.
Mhm.
Jason, thank you, buddy, for your super chat. Great question. And you guys, again, in the chat, I know we're up to 112 people here. Guys, you're coming in. Fantastic. If you have a burning question, or 115 people, if you guys have a question that you'd like us to answer on the panel, talk about, please submit your super chat in. We'll move you to the front of the line, and we will talk about your question live on the air. Are we on the air? That's an old term. I think we're on. It's like a radio term. We're on the air. I mean, it says live. It's got the red. It's red like you're live. Well, Jason, buddy, man, listen. This clip is for you, my friend. Let's get that thigh grabbing Bobo. Here we go. Let's crank it up.
I'm going to make your Bobo bounce right now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope that's not all of us after we see Corey and ends that we're all grabbing our thighs and screaming as we're walking out. No, I'm joking. It's not going to be bad. It's not going to be fine. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. David Gordon Green knows what he's doing, okay? I believe in him. Yeah. All right. I do. All right, guys. So thank you, Jason, by the way, for the super chat, my friend. And while we're talking about, while we have such a large crowd, really quick, if you've not subscribed, guys, yet to my channel, Craving Something Scary, please smash the subscribe button right now. Notice a lot of probably new people joining that's never been here before. If you've never subscribed to the Night Watch Zone and I Like Scary, if you guys like Halloween talk, and I'm assuming you're all here for trailer talk, guys, Halloween, this is the cream of the crop. Night Watch Zone, Brandon, he lives, breathes, he bleeds Halloween.
Yeah,
I swear, if he ever cuts himself on a paper cut or anything, there's little white masks that just pour out of his blood, like little shapes. This man is to Michael Myers what Halloween is to Jamie Lee Curtis. Anything you want to say like that, this is Brandon. This is his jam.
For all
You may
we know,
not.
he is Michael Myers.
Oh
he
man, you
he
never
could be the
know.
shape, dude. I never even thought about that, man. You might be the shape making an appearance right here. I mean, you got 3 masks behind you. You could don those at any point in time. So
Right?
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. So guys, make sure you go subscribe to his channel and the
That's
Night Watch Zone if you have not already. Great quality content creators and great friends. Good guys, solid guys. So just had to say that now. Much appreciated. Now, back to trailer talk. So let me show you guys here the pictures. So just in case you're wondering, if you'd like to put a face to a name, here is Corey. I know it's dark.
Yeah.
The trailer is very dark, by the way. It's all nighttime shots, and which is fine. I mean, that's kind of how I want it to be anyway. But that's him. This is the guy we're talking about. This is going to be the character Corey Cunningham, who has been accused of killing someone who he was babysitting. So it might be a little bit of a little mystery to it, element maybe. So that's the character. Now, here's the thing, guys. I'm going to get into again a little bit of, I don't want to say spoiler areas because again, it's in the trailer. Everyone can see it. But this is where some things have been confirmed in the trailer that if they hold true, does concern me a little bit. So I'm at that point now, guys. So we're going to get into it. So what we've heard is David Gordon Green has said this movie has a very strong Christine influence.
yeah.
Right? We've heard that. And to the fact that he went and, I've said it before here millions of times, he went and gave the script to John Carpenter and said, hey, tell me if I'm okay with this. Is this too close? All right. So that's always been in the back of my head. Like, what in the heck is that going to mean? How is that going to play out? Well, I then heard that there were rumors going around with the test screening and stuff that this character, Corey, there's going to be a copycat Michael Myers that's going around killing people, and they think it's Myers. But it's not. I was like, well, I mean, let's just have Michael kill people. That's my thought. But I'll leave that to the side for now. I was like, okay. So Christine influence. As we know, Artie, he basically was slowly being possessed by the spirit of this card throughout the movie. He's gradually changing. So so keep that in the background. Now there's 2 scenes in this trailer that I believe 100%, ladies and gentlemen, confirm that we have a copycat Michael Myers in this movie. And this may confirm the rumors that Myers himself may not be in it very much. Because we've got someone looking like Michael Myers. He's dressed like him, but it's not the shape.
Yeah.
And there's 2 images that they put in this trailer that confirm it. It's not even a theory.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you. You guys probably know. Here's the first one I want to show you. Whenever Michael Myers, and again, this is one of those scenes like Scream 6 with Amber, the Richie scene.
Yeah.
I just
the
wish
Dewey
you did-
scene.
The Dewey scene. Why? Just don't show it. You know, just don't. Just leave this one scene out. But they didn't. So here we go. Guys, when the door is opened with his left hand,
Yep.
all of his fingers are there.
Yep.
Yep.
That is not, as Knight would say, Michael Audrey
Myers.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's got a mask on. He's got a Myers suit on, jumpsuit. There's the mask, and she's waiting for him. So guys, let me just park it here for a second. This all in my mind, 100%, unless it's a deleted scene, and based on that synopsis, it's not a deleted scene because the studio's confirmed that there's been someone Corey's been accused of killing. I believe this is not. I believe it's real. I believe it's in the movie. And how do you feel about this idea right here, guys, of a potential copycat? Well, I don't even think it's potential. I think it's confirmed. Copycat killer in this movie.
Oh man. I I put something together last night that is crazy. So you guys want me to? It's a lot. It's not a lot, but it's like it's crazy.
Yeah, if
Well,
it's you got a
I want
theory,
to hear
yeah,
it. Oh
let's
yeah.
go.
So
Yeah.
from when he pushes the door open and we catch those fingers, I'm trying to look at that mask because Michael, he's been through a lot. It's burned, so
Right.
that mask looked kind of clean. So it was kind of like I don't know. But let's jump on over to Corey being in the sewers. I have put up together a theory that what if Corey has his get up in the sewers, like in a book bag, his Myers mask, and he goes down there and he changes in the sewers for no one can see him. Then he comes out and he terrorizes or whatever, right? So that's
Mhm.
Michael catch him and choke him. It's like you're trying to mock somebody that's real, and Michael chokes him out, and in the sewer, possibly kills him.
Mhm.
And we get Michael, maybe a great shot of him coming out the sewers in the middle of a street where kids trick or treating, and it's like there he is. So the whole time the Corey character has been mocking Michael and trying to, he did murders and stuff like that, and that's probably why he's in those sewers, or he can possibly be just someone hearing rumors that Michael walks the sewers of Haddonfield, and he's going to
Mhm.
check and look like, hey man, what's going on and see if Michael is this character, is he real? Is it a myth or anything?
Mhm.
He bumps into him, he crosses paths with him. But I think possibly you guys that it could
Yeah.
possibly be that something like that. That he's in the sewer and he has no business being in the sewer. I know you don't work in the sewer at night.
Right.
Why are you in the sewer?
That's an interesting
Mm-mm-mm.
idea,
It is.
and it also could make for a plausible reason that Myers, the real Myers, enters the movie
Yeah.
Right.
because
Right.
he's yeah, then the guy that emerges who they think is the copycat killer, all of a sudden you start shooting him and he just keeps walking, and they're like,
Yeah.
this ain't not this is the real guy here,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah.
Mhm. Right. Right.
Night, what do you think, Night? And Brandon, that's a good
That is a
thought.
good.
That's a
That
good.
is a good
I
one.
like that. I like
But
that.
here's one question I got too though. So because I was thinking something along those lines too for the sewer. So do you think in that scene with the door opening, do you think that that's him that's
Yeah.
opening it on Lori?
I
Uh,
think that I think
Corey,
that's Corey, and I can
yes.
tell the way it's shot when you see Lori holding a gun. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be like a Busta Rhymes moment when he's
Mhm.
like, "No, no, no!" Like I think it's gonna be like that. She's gonna stop, like almost damn near kill him, or maybe she shoots and miss. But Lori usually doesn't miss. She's not Hawkins.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think,
Right.
think I think, man, it's gonna be like in the nick of time. He's gonna be like, hold up, and he's gonna run out or something, and that's when he goes to the sewer. And and as you see, you guys, this is why I say this. Everything I try to say, I try to make it solid. So when she's pointing the gun, remember that shirt, that sky blue shirt,
Mhm.
and we see
Yes.
later that night, her and the
Hmm.
real Myers are in the kitchen, and she has that
It's
sky blue
different.
shirt on. So I can see possibly Corey going to that sewer and Michael choking him out and killing him, and he gets up and somehow he crosses paths with Lori in the same night. And
Hmm.
she's like, "Wow, this is really
Mm.
him this time. This is him." Like.
Yeah.
So
I could see that. Well, I'll tell you what, first of all, that I dig it, man. I dig
yeah,
the way you're looking at it. But I also, was wondering how they were going to incorporate this Corey character and like you were saying too, Stephen, the whole idea of the Christine
Hmm.
influence and stuff like that. Um, and it makes sense. It makes sense that he's obsessed with the boogeyman or whatever, and that he's I don't know, allowing himself. I don't think it's going to be, and I could be wrong. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's going to be an actual like possession per se.
Okay.
Michael himself possessing Corey. I think it's going to be more the type of thing where like an influence. In other words, I don't know if it's going to go down the Thorn route type of
mhm,
deal. I think it might be more of a figurative thing. And then we see what happens, but I will say this, it does play into what we saw in Kills. In other
Hmm.
words, this could really, like you guys said, it could go in a good way. It could be you could be nervous about it, but it could go in a good way because
Yeah.
they played with these themes in Kills as well, as far as the whole idea of the mob mentality, vigilante mentality, and so forth, and how the evil infected the town and it affected them in different ways, whether it was Tommy or Lonnie or Allison or Cameron or whoever, Hawkins, Laurie herself. They're all been affected by this in different ways as far as how they deal with it. So I'm excited for the possibilities. I'm excited for the possibilities, and like you guys have said, I just have to keep faith in David Gordon Green that they're gonna make
Yeah.
this thing work.
Mhm.
And that's how I am until proven otherwise, before I see it in theaters or
Yeah.
until I actually see it in theaters. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, man, I'm with you because again, I think David did a great job with kills and ends. I mean, sorry, 18 and kills.
Hmm.
I have no reason to just think he's just going to lay an egg for no reason.
Right.
Now, I do still like struggle with. Am I going to like seeing a copycat killer? I
Hmm.
just that's what I wrestle with because I want to see Mike, and I know David gave us Michael Myers
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the kills, demolishing people,
A
but
lot of Michael.
a
Yeah.
lot of Michael in the last movie. So I think maybe he was kind of trying to get us saying, okay, let me get your Michael fix out
Yeah.
because the
Right.
next one's going to be a whole different thing.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
and so I'm positive with it. I'm giving it, I think it's going to be good until it's proven to me otherwise, which I'm not saying it will. But I want to show you guys another scene that verifies the copycat killer. So
Hmm.
here's a shot, and you got to look at this really close. And I didn't put an arrow on it, and I apologize. This is very hard to see. But if you look, does everyone see the hand
Oh
up
yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the right hand
With
where
the
he's
rings on it.
stabbing, and there's a ring. Yep, you see the ring sticking up right there on the finger.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
not Michael's hand. This
Hmm.
is someone wearing a ring, but he's got the full costume on.
Man, they doing rehauls in this movie.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And here's my thing though, guys. If you're Universal and you've got 2 hours and 10 minutes of runtime, why do you put this in the trailer? Like just I mean, unless you're deliberately wanting us to know,
Hmm. Hmm.
maybe they are. But there it is. The guy's got a ring on the right finger, on that finger on the right hand as he's stabbing a pillow because he's got someone apparently has a pillow held up and he's stabbing through it, and that's what the feathers are. You see that stuff in the air? That's feathers. And so you got this. These are the two shots where we know this is not Michael. We've got the ring, and we've got that's the biggest one. All fingers intact. And there's a shot later in the trailer, and we'll know this. You're thinking, well, maybe Michael's fingers grew back supernaturally. And let me tell
Wolverine.
you, Wolverine style. There you go. They
Yeah.
do not. And there is a scene in the trailer, one of the last scenes where not he, Jamie is grabs the knife and she stabs Michael Myers' hand,
Yeah.
and he's missing the fingers. They're gone. So that just confirms to us that's definitely not Michael opening the door wearing the costume.
Yeah.
So the person that's breathing heavy and going up the stairs, that's actually Corey.
Yeah.
It's not Michael at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Can we also just say how amazing Jamie Lee Curtis looks in this movie? I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
What he say?
she
What'd you
looks
say?
great.
The sky blue shirt.
Yes.
Freaking tipping the hat to 78. It's
Yes. Even the hairstyle. I'm just like,
Yeah.
man, you all right.
like, man.
Oh, Extron. Well, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Look, when I go breaking down these trailers, I really try to just look for any and everything I can, and I don't always get everything, but I try to look for anomalies, things that just are different. It just doesn't quite look right. So, yeah, Jamie Lee does look great though. Night,
Oh man,
100%, man.
Gosh,
She's-
man.
And to touch on the Christine thing, because it's eating me alive. What you
Go for it.
guys are saying, like with Corey, my Christine theory is with Michael. because I remember David Gordon Green talking about a bulldozer, and he needed someone, to understand there was going to be a bulldozer involved, and he even joked with the fact that Lori was going to take the house out with the bulldozer, like he was playing around, right? So I think that it all comes with attachment, because I'm a big Christine fan, and Arnie, he was attached to his car. Michael's obviously attached to his mask, and he's attached to the house. I don't know which way they're gonna go. I possibly feel, but I really do feel it's gonna be something with Michael. Like, let's see how Michael operates without this mask. Let's see how Michael operates without this house involved. Let's see how stuff work with stuff getting taken away from him. We never seen Michael, like I told you, Night, when we went live. We never seen Michael get gunned down without a mask. We never seen him get beat with clothes without a mask, or goes to the house to charge up in a way. Like, it's like, man, I think it's going to be deep when he says Christine, because it's like something is going to get took away from him.
Yeah,
I feel that possibly people are saying, like, how can Michael die? How can Michael die? I feel like it's just going to be something that we've been seeing this whole franchise, and it's so simple. It's going to be something that gets taken away from him to show you that something powers him. It sends him power, not in a paranormal way. It's just like a mind thing, like a good luck charm type of thing, if that makes sense. It's like, I think that's what's going to happen. Something like that is going to get took away from him. I think that's going to be.
Well, and that's the interesting thing about Christine, because it was about the car, already in the car. So if you equate the car to Myers, it's Myers' house. It's like, instead of a car, it's the house. That's what he's, that's, and there could be something there to that. And so if the house is gone, how does that affect him? What does he do?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Where does he go?
Where does he go?
Yeah, because remember in 78, man, he breaks out, and where does he go? Goes to the house. So that's where he first sees Lori, and that's
right.
I mean, I'll be honest with you right now, just talking about it now, and I've seen these damn movies more times than I can count over the years, but just kind of connecting the bridge to it, I can almost see how David Gordon Green and Danny McBride and everybody was trying to really dovetail it, back, from 78 on down. And you're right, Brandon, it could be like that, the house, that connection to the house, and so on and so forth, man. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this freaking movie, man. I'm telling you, man. It's crazy.
Oh man. I can't wait either. It's going to be awesome. And
the beautiful thing too is we're right in the heart of it, right? Yeah. Like we're right in the heart of it. We're enjoying it together, and with all these wonderful people, over 100 people in the live chat and on each of our channels, and this big community. Like, we're right in the heart of it. And it's so exciting, man.
Wow. It is incredible.
To even give Craven something, special. I wouldn't be surprised they try to pull a Scream type of method, and Allison is dating Corey, and he's like, he's learning her story. Like, oh, so you went through something with Michael Myers, and once he leaves, dates with Allison, he goes be Myers. It's like a Scream type of thing, like surprise.
Yes. Like, I think it would be wild, and I think it makes sense. Like, because if he's truly, and Knight, you said earlier, like, not like possessed like Christine, but I think the word is, you're right. I think it's obsessed.
Yeah,
he's obsessed with Myers.
Yes,
and how much, if you're a really unstably obsessed, stalkery, that kind of person, how much better can it be than to infiltrate the family as a lovable boyfriend?
Yeah,
and be that play that character of the boyfriend. And so while he's dating Allison, he really doesn't care about her. It's all about her grandmother and Michael and all that's happened. And like you say, I love that, Brandon, because you can see, we've seen these movies where you've seen these kind of situations where they're pretending, and then when they go home, they're like pulling hair out of the drawer from their last victim, and they're like,
Yeah.
sniffing their hair and all that kind of creepy stuff. And I could like just see like
Yeah.
this Corey guy
Yeah.
like
Oh
doing this, like, you know,
man.
he drops her off after a date or whatever, like, hi, I'll see you tomorrow. And then
Yeah.
Right.
he like just his face just changes and like that. Like he's like, you know, love you. And he's like,
Yeah.
and then
That was
he goes
great.
home and he grabs his mask. He's like, he just like starts sniffing the mask. And sorry, I don't know why I'm on this smelling thing, but I could just see him grabbing it and holding it and then smelling it and like,
Yeah.
Oh
this is
man.
this is who I want to be. This is who I
Right.
am.
Right.
And until he realizes, until he meets the real Michael Myers, and then it's
Right.
over. It's all ends for
Yeah.
him then.
Yep.
Real quick here, Anthony coming in with us with a $2 super chat. Anthony, good morning, sir. Welcome. Glad that you are here. And he asked the question: initial thought, does it surpass 18 or Kills? We're talking about the movie. Do we think it's gonna surpass either of those two? Whoa,
Hmm.
whoa. Who? See, who
Wow.
wants to take this first?
Well,
Knight, go ahead.
yeah, I'll say this. I mean, it's tough to say right now. When you look at trilogies, I mean, obviously this is a long-standing franchise, but when you have a story arc that covers, over a trilogy, it's always hard to stick the landing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it really, really is. I can only think of a couple of examples of any trilogy, and that's in any genre where the third movie was, the best, so to speak. But I think it
Yeah.
has the potential to be better than Kills as a movie overall. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the way I look at it, 18 was a stronger movie than Kills, just story wise and all the elements. Kills was fun, and like I said, that's Michael's movie. That's Michael and Haddonfield's movie. Let's just see Michael kill shit. That's what Kills was, right? And it was fantastic in that sense. But they had some ups and downs, some flaws to it. So I think this movie could potentially be better than Kills, better than 18. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know, man. 18 was so good. It's possible though. I mean, we're just looking at a teaser and talking about speculation, so it's hard to say whether or not it'd be better than 2018. But I think it definitely has the ability to be better than Kills and better received than Kills as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Brandon, go ahead, man. What do you think?
18. That's my favorite. That's next to 78 for me. So it's going to be some big shoes to fill. But what I am going to say is, if they do a great job at cleaning it up and answering a lot of questions and making us and sitting Halloween fans down for a moment and kind of making us understand more and give us a handshake out the theater, it might become one of the better ones out the trilogy, because I feel that's what's going to make this movie or break it, if they clean it up. If they clean a lot of this stuff up, and when they give us something new, same with Scream 6, and when they give us something new, have a valid point coming right behind it, like you can't even question it. Here it is. So just trust what we're doing. Just whatever they do, just cement it. We don't want to have questions. We don't want to have any questions leaving the theaters. We want to be kind of like down and just grounded and know that, okay, they did it. They cleaned it up. This is good. But if they do a lot of stuff that's all in the air and all over the place, it can potentially be the worst out of the trilogy.
Yeah.
Coming from me, I'm a huge Halloween fan, so it's all about how they do it, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. I agree. And then, like I say, it is a risk introducing someone new this late in the game. It would have been really nice. And again, I haven't seen the movie yet, so grain of salt, right? We don't know how it's going to play out. We're all very positive and hopeful, and I think expecting it to be good and hoping it will be, of course. But my thought is, and again, not to criticize the movie we haven't seen, but just based on the trailer only and knowing the synopsis now, that's official, that this Corey fella is going to be in the movie and obviously a big factor. And I think the copycat killer is going to be him. It could be, now if they want to go Scream, they could introduce he could be a red herring and it could be someone else, but I don't think that's what he's going for. I think that's why the whole Christine references is in this. But one thing that I'm going to say just on the outset, looking at like if I'm thinking about how I think we could make this character even more powerful, is if he's there from the beginning. If Corey's in 18 and he's Allison's boyfriend through there and through kills,
Hmm.
and we find out in this movie that he is this evil person who is obsessed with Michael Myers. He's been manipulating for two
Right.
movies, not just
Hmm.
one.
Yeah.
Now that's got gravity to it. That's one of those
Right.
moments where you like drop the mic and like,
Right.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I never saw that coming.
Hmm.
That's the only thing I think of, like if you're gonna go this route, I think it would be even more powerful if
Mm.
he's there from the beginning,
Right.
you know?
Hmm.
Um, that's all. That's the only thing that makes me, not to say it's not going to be good, because I think it will be, but
Hmm.
you guys know what I'm saying. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
that, how much more
Man.
it would be a gut punch if he would have
It
been there from the
would.
beginning, and we love this
Hmm.
guy.
And,
Hmm.
and to do like an emergency introduction to him, you guys, this is crazy. What I just thought about. Shout out to Craven for saying this and getting my gears running. What if it's
Nice.
Dr. Zartane's son? And it's like a family thing. They're obsessed with Michael as a family, and it's
Oh my gosh.
oh my, and
Oh.
it's like he's obsessed like his dad.
Yes.
He has that same
Wow.
I will literally drop the popcorn and I will freaking video call you guys like, hey man, what is going on?
Nice.
Man,
Yeah, man, that'd be crazy.
that would be nuts, dude. It would have
Yeah.
been. It would have been super crazy. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, David, because David wrote this trilogy. I'm
Hmm.
like, man, I just wish, 'cause, if it had been a different writer, but man, it's the same writer. If this is what happens, I'm like, dang it, just I wish you'd have just put him back in 18, made him a likable character, a lovable
Hmm.
guy that we really
Hmm.
love. He survived two movies somehow. He
Yeah.
survives, and we're like, man, this guy is such a great rock for Allison to
Hmm.
help her through, and then just stab us in the back. The guy's
Mm.
a freaking villain, man. The whole
Right.
time. Oh, it's just anyway. Like I say, that's not going to happen. So I'm going to quit thinking like that because I get excited, and that's
Yeah.
not what the movie's going to be. So anyway, Anthony, yeah, it's hard to say till we see it, but based on the
Yeah.
trailer, we're all I think in the same boat. We're very optimistic, and I trust David. Again, he's never given me a reason to not. I liked Kills. I liked 18. So I just refuse to think all of a sudden he's going to not know how to make a good movie.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all. So
Yeah.
I'm going to trust they say don't rest on your laurels, but I'm trusting what he's demonstrated.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then he'll either prove us right or wrong. We'll know in October.
Hmm.
But here's another thing, guys. And thank you, Anthony, by the way, buddy. As always, great questions. Among the best questions we ever get on live streams are from Anthony. He's gifted in it.
Hmm.
And thanks for your super chat. And real quick, let's go ahead and get a clip for you today, because some things about Halloween ends are confusing, but not everything.
Is confusing.
It is confusing. Say your god pronouns.
Just because I had to play it.
Man.
Oh my gosh. So, all right. So we have these scenes here. So we know that it looks like we got the copycat thing going, and Michael Myers will probably be the one that takes care of the copycat killer. I know Jamie Lee has the gun pointed at him, like you said, Brandon, earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. I don't think she's gonna kill him. I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong. It seems like Michael's gonna be the one that probably does that, and
Yeah.
Hmm.
because we already see Michael grabbing Corey in the sewer, throwing him to the ground. And there's another thing, I don't have it pulled up, but if you guys go back, and I'll put it in the breakdown video later, and I'm going to put it out this afternoon. But if you look and see at the scene where Corey's on the ground, it's so fast, you have to slow it. Like, you have to crawl to see it, right?
Hmm.
Whenever he's on the ground and he's being strangled, if you look at his eye area from like here all the
Mm-hmm.
way to here, this whole area, there's white paint on his eyes, which would match the mask.
Right.
It's
Pulling a
white.
Batman.
It's white face paint. It's there. It's like,
No, well, Bruce Wayne,
I'm
he
Batman.
he puts on the black,
black.
makeup so
You're
that
right.
under the mask you can't. Yeah.
He's pulling the Batman.
It's true. Who are you? I'm Batman. I'm Michael. I'm the shape.
God, man.
Dude, but seriously, I'm telling you guys, I don't have it right now. I could go dig it up, but I'm just telling you, I'm going to point it out in the video. You can see it's not the color of his skin. It's like it's more of a white, like a mask, like clown makeup kind of white. And I think he puts it on his eyes, so when he wears the mask, it kind of blends in. So, which is just more evidence that he's the copycat killer. I think it's very clear in the trailer that's what's happening. So pay attention to that when you do your breakdown videos, guys. You'll see it. And then another thing too. What was I gonna say? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Before I get to that, Anthony coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate your support, Anthony. Just talking about you, fella. And he says, "Yo, fellas, I see David Gordon Green paying a huge homage to John Carpenter and what he initially wanted to do with Halloween, and brings inspiration in several of his movies." Yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
Absolutely.
Knight,
No
you
doubt.
talk about this a lot too, man. Why don't you just because why don't you talk a little bit about this for a second about how much David is a fan, right? Of Carpenter?
I mean, he definitely is a huge fan of Carpenter. He's had so much correspondence with him, behind the scenes. And you mentioned it too, Craven. When he had the script situated and he talked to John, and he literally said, "Is this too much, Christine?" That's how he worded it.
Yeah.
And Carpenter obviously has said that this is a different type of Halloween movie. All that being said, he's pulling from Carpenter's movies, obviously, Christine, and so forth. But you can tell that in these three movies, well, we've seen the trailer for this third one, but in the other two movies, you can really tell that the student has been studying, in other words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've said
Yes.
it, man. Michael, to me, and the OG is kind of on an island. All right, so when I'm not talking about 78, all the other movies, it's Michael has never really looked this good.
Yeah.
Just the scenes, the camera work, the lighting, the shadows on the mask. So you can really tell that David Gordon Green, if nothing else, and I know there are people out there, and I know you guys must get them on your videos, because I know I get them on my comments. I know there are people that are frustrated, with some of the decisions, or frustrated with some of the things in these first two movies. But and I know I keep sounding like a broken record, but you have got to give this guy and the filmmaking crew some credit for trying to do these movies in a way and to a level that we've never really seen. I mean, we could talk about a bunch of things, whether it's that damn mask in 4 and 5 and 6 and
Yep.
7 and 8, a lot of different things, the actors that are involved, the way that it's shot, the Halloween time vibes, the camera work, all these different things. So David Gordon Green, he absolutely reveres Carpenter's work, and you can see that in these movies, not just filmmaking wise, but like Anthony's talking about here, the thematic stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you
Yep.
think about 78, the boogeyman, you can't kill the boogeyman, and da 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 da. I shot him 6 times, all these different things. And you saw threads of that in 2018 and Kills, and looks like we will see it in Ends. I mean, you got to give the guy credit for that.
Yeah.
So,
Dude,
anyways, yeah.
Heck
I
yeah,
agree.
man.
I agree.
Yeah. Anthony, it's a great comment, man. And we're 100% on board. He's definitely a fan. And that's why at the end of the day, I think what'll happen is whatever happens with this Corey scenario, whether we end up liking it or if we're like, whatever, middle of the road, I think David is saving the best for last when the third act. So because I don't think Corey's going to be there for the third act, I think Corey's going to bite the dust before we get to that finale,
Yeah.
and I think Michael's going to take care of him in the sewer or somewhere. He's dead. I mean, we literally see him being strangled by Michael Myers. How many people are strangled by the Shape and survive? That
Yeah.
very.
Right?
I don't know if anybody has.
Right?
So
Yeah.
he's dead. He's good as dead, and which we'd expect that anyway. Everyone's pretty much going to die, I would imagine. But I think what'll happen is the Corey line will die down an hour and 30 minutes, at the most an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
He'll be dead. And then that last 35, 40 minutes, hopefully, is all Lori, Michael, and Allison. And if Hawkins is still alive, then we do get a shot of Hawkins in the trailer.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I think it might be after Corey, something happens. I think that's after the Corey attack. Because whenever she's got the gun and and he's got the door open. Well, it's not long after that, and I know stuff can be out of sequence, but we see a scene where there's police cars on the street, the blue lights are going.
Yeah.
Hawkins is running with two
Right.
deputies towards a house. We don't see what house, but he's running. And then not long after, we see a real quick snippet of Lori outside with the blue police light shining on her. So I think it's the same scene. I think that
Yeah.
Hawkins runs in maybe after Corey was there, and maybe like Brandon, you said, maybe he ran out. Maybe she didn't
Yeah.
shoot him, but she calls the police. They come. He checks on her. She's okay, and they're all outside. That's what I think's happening there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
think so.
And it wouldn't surprise me if Corey went there to kill her, and when he saw that he brought a knife to a gunfight. That's never a good idea.
Right?
Unless you
He's
got
not ready for that life.
He's not ready for that. No.
You can't
And-
walk with bullets, man.
Yeah.
Right?
No, you can't do. You don't have a lightsaber where you can try to reflect them. So I think that I suspect he was like, you know what, I'm out of here. Like Brandon said,
Yeah.
I'm running as fast as I can run. You thought I was breathing heavy a minute ago.
Yeah.
You're about to hear me really breathe heavy. 'Cause I'm going to be running.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think he goes to the sewer, like you say, and then it all ends for him there. So
Right.
anyway, but it's good to see Hawkins. I was glad he was there. I don't know how long we're going to have him in the movie, but I personally hope it's for a long time.
Me too.
But you know
man.
what? Who was absent, guys? There's someone missing.
Yes,
from this
I'm
trailer,
glad
we
you're
s-
saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see the new Mulaney. What we're thinking is Brandon Raker get point earlier. We think it's the Mulaney redhead, and we see Corey, but we don't see Lindsay.
Yes,
There's
that's
no
right.
Lindsay. Not even like a
That's
little
right.
shot. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy.
Isn't that strange? Did you guys think that means anything to you guys? Do you think he's trying to tell us you're not going to see her much, or do you think she just didn't make the cut?
I had thoughts both ways, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was thinking, she just may not have, as prominent of a role as a lot of folks, myself included, hoped.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you got a lot of things going on already.
Yeah.
And also, it just may not have been something that that they wanted to put in the trailer. The scenes that she is in, it didn't really add any flavor, to
Yeah.
this teaser.
Yeah. Yeah. And how about you, Brandon? Do you agree? Do you think there's anything to that? I mean, or not?
I feel that Lindsay's going to probably have like a glorified cameo. Like it's going to be something like, last minute where she pops in like, hey, I'm Lindsay Cal Richards, and Michael, snaps her in half. Like, oh, I caught you. I got you this time. No more hiding.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. He's like, I've been waiting for you for over 40 years.
No more hiding.
You're a little girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since you were a little girl, I've been wanting you. And that sounds terrible. But
does.
I've been wanting to kill you. Let me say that differently. I've been wanting to kill you.
He's on a roll today, man.
Ooh. Hey, listen, man. Here's nothing. Maybe Michael just grabs Allison and just chunks her up on the radio tower right there, and she's just that's where she meets her end. Maybe that's the significance. Lindsay dies on the tower.
Man.
I don't know.
Wow. Yeah.
Man, If Val was here, she'd be loving it. I don't think she's here this morning.
Right?
She'd be loving that shot.
Man,
And by the way, no radio tower in the trailer.
yeah,
It didn't make an
right.
appearance either.
yeah, already was telling.
That's right.
The radio tower. Hey, so real quick, Anthony, my friend, got to sing a little bit on the music on the radio, man. Thank you, Anthony, for your super chat. Great comment, and great appreciate your support, my friend, as always. You're amazing, brother. And let's see here. What's a good clip? Knight, I'm going to give you first honor today picking a clip. Anything jump to mind?
Let's do that combination with Sam Kinison and Rick Moranis, man. I love those two together, man.
Oh, nice.
Man.
Okay. Love it. So every time we get a super chat, that basically lets us know that in addition to the three of us,
Well, I didn't know you wanted to get involved with the discussion, Mr. Helper.
When the eloquence escapes me, that logic ties me up and takes me.
Oh man.
oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Thank you,
Lord.
Anthony, for your
Man.
super chat. And speaking of super chats, guys, look here. The generosity continues to come in this morning. Rob, what's up, Rob? Alicia, nice to have you on the stream today. Thank you for your super chat, my friend. Do you guys think that the mask could be the car in Christine comparison or representation? David Gordon Green's put a lot of focus on importance and power of the mask. He has. That's an interesting thought. Brandon, what do you think about that idea? We talked earlier about the house maybe being the Christine car, but what if it's the mask? What do you think about that idea?
I feel I would not be surprised, you guys, if someone else gets that mask in their hand and they destroy it, and we all have like a ooh moment, like the mask is ripped, like someone just they rip it, and it's
I
like
just did it now. I was like, whoa, I just did it now.
They just because it's already raggedy, so they just rip it, and Michael's just there with no mask, like almost in like
Whoa. Wow.
I mean, it can be something, not like Halloween, to Rob Zombie. I'm saying they rip it. Like we get James Jude because they're already comfortable enough with showing him and certain.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know though. I could see it ending with the mask on, but I could see him trying to take it off and see how he works and maneuvers without the mask. So,
Yeah,
it feels when we picked it up.
Dude, and the music. The music that Carpenter did the score on when he gets that mask. Oh. Oh my gosh, dude. It's so good. If it wasn't going to get me a stream shut down, I'd play it. I'd play the audio right now.
Right? I know,
swear.
Man.
Knight, what do you think, man, about the concept of the mask being the car comparison?
No, I agree with Brandon. I mean, I think it's definitely possible. And, it would not surprise me because we have seen, in each movie, well, in this timeline, but, we've seen it throughout the franchise. But the 78, 2018 and Kills, when someone grabs that mask, he's like, hey, whoa, hey, don't mess up the hair.
It's true, man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what he's like. And especially in 2018, one thing that was so interesting, and I don't, man, I could talk about this stuff all year long. It's crazy, but in 2018, he was locked up for all that time, and he just kind of boom, 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 day in, day out. And as soon as that mask comes out of the bag, it was almost like, it's almost like it was like, like giving them CPR, let's go.
Yeah.
And sure enough, that mask, it's interesting. It's such an interesting concept. Again, this is what makes Michael so unique in horror, and to me makes him so cool. So it would not surprise me if we see that play out like that in the movie. Because again, this is all dovetailing back to 78. And like I said, it's absolutely fascinating. It really, really is.
It is awesome.
Hmm.
Um, and I think that it's a great idea as well. I think
Hmm.
Rob is a great question, man, because we always think about the house, and the mask is significant. It or as I mean, yeah, it is. Let me get my pronouns right before the moose
Hmm.
starts yelling at me on the wall. It is significant. So yeah, it is significant. And no, there's no better point made than that than in Kills when Karen has literally got a carrot and just baiting him with that mask.
Hmm.
He
Yeah.
would have walked to Orlando, Florida from California to get that mask if she
Yeah.
would have kept going. So there's something there, right? There's absolutely something there. So
Yeah.
great question, Rob, and we're going to find out real quick how this mask, if there is any, and that's we hadn't even talked about the whole identity of his power, and if they're
Yeah.
going to try to build on the way ends or the kills ended with Karen, that whole ending scene. We haven't got
Right.
to that yet. We may not get to that.
Right.
We're gonna go about another 15 minutes, guys, and then we're gonna call it a day, which is crazy to do when there's like 100 people and a live chat. Just turn it off, and it's
Yeah.
crazy. But
I
but
know. It's awesome, man.
it's
That's
awesome.
wild.
It's awesome. You
It
guys are
is.
fantastic. And real quick for Rob, let's do what's a good clip? Brandon, do you have any clips you'd like to do for Rob that come to mind, or do you want this to be a surprise? It's up to you.
I like the Dewey's dad, man. David,
Yes.
I
Yes.
love
Okay. I love it too, man. I'm so glad you said that.
that.
So, Rob, here is a special clip just for you. Crank it up.
Sorry. I couldn't help but notice the beauty of your form. Hi.
Dude, Sledgehammer rules night.
Yeah.
And
That
by
was
the way,
good.
just for you, man, I got to tell. I was going to keep. I was going to keep it a surprise, but this week I have the clip of him where he's talking about how, Inspector, was it necessary for you to shoot that man in the convenience store? And he's like, or was it necessary? Was this really necessary? And he goes, oh yes, it was very necessary. I had no groceries at home at all. Or so anyway, that clip you actually you talked about that clip one day.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
it, dude. I just haven't
Okay.
uploaded it. So
Nice. That's awesome, man.
Brandon, good callback to David Arquette's father. What a great clip.
Definitely, man. That's fine.
Rob, thank you, my friend, for your super chat, and I hope you're having a good time in the chat today on the live stream. We're having a blast. And speaking of super chats, look at Anthony coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Thoughts? Here we go. Michael dies. Oh boy. Michael dies first or second act. POV stair scene is actually end scene of the movie. Fanatic Corey tries to carry out Michael's mission and gets shot. They said it won't be the ending we all think.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Whoa, bro. I had not thought about
Whoa.
this. So,
Mm.
because Nick Castle said that it's going to end in a way that he thinks no one would ever predict how it's going to unfold. That's what he says. Brandon looks like he is seriously having a problem right now.
He's having a crisis.
Guys, what if, let's just for devil's advocate, not that Anthony's the devil, but let's just say for the other side of the coin, what Anthony's saying here, if the rumors were true, which they've said that they weren't, but what if he dies early in the movie? Maybe not the opening, the first or second act, and it is literally Corey the rest of the way. Brandon.
I would literally try to pull at least a quarter of my hair out. I will go,
Oh,
bro. I will go. So like, man, that's a kick in the heart. That's a kick in the heart right
the
there.
hot.
Right there. I can't deal with that, man. I'm be honest, Anthony, man. That will break my heart, man, because it's like we got. We
Yeah.
got. You know,
It's
it
true.
kind of, it was bait. It was clickbait. It got us in those seats, and it's like, nope, we lied. Here you go. So,
Wow.
I don't see David Gordon Green doing that, man, because he knows it's going to come all back on him. So.
Well, but he doesn't really care, does he? Because he's already locked up an Exorcist deal for 3 movies. He's got work for the next 6 years.
Right?
I'm joking. I'm sure he cares. I'm sure he cares. I'm just,
I hope, man.
Wow. Knight, I mean, you're shaking your head too, buddy. What would you feel? What if this was if Michael's literally dead by the midpoint?
Oh man, yeah, ugh. No, no.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. you know me. I always try to look at it on two sides of the coin. Don't get me wrong. I suppose if that's the way they were going with it and showing that, finally Michael's reign is over and Laurie wins or quote unquote whatever, it would be an ending where it's like, we're not starting this thing up again, with the fanatic. So I could barely see, where they might be coming from with that, but it also doesn't flow right for
Yeah.
me because, we've seen Michael, do these things throughout the movie. And I'm not saying, because you guys know how I've been about this on different thoughts about how it could end. I've thought of it multiple ways, including where Michael's the last one standing,
Yes.
one way or the other. But if they did this, it just kind of diminishes what we've seen David Gordon Green do with Michael in 2018 and Kills. To me. And again, I'm just a stupid fan. That's all I am. But but to have him die in the first or the second act, and then you got Corey walking around, it also isn't a strong finale to me, because number one, because we will know as we're watching the movie, we're gonna know that Michael is dead, because we're gonna see his
True.
hand,
Yeah.
we're
Right.
gonna know and all that type of stuff. So the only way that would have worked, and not that I would have wanted it, but the only way that could have worked is if we didn't know that wasn't the real Myers, and then, she shoots him and like, yay, Laurie defeated Michael, and takes off the mask, and we don't see James Jude, but even that I wouldn't want to see,
Right.
you know what I mean? So I'm all against this, and I'm hoping and praying.
Anthony Mack, man, oh my God. Man, I'm about to have a freaking stroke over here.
Oh no.
Bro, because what he's saying is so cemented. It's not like it's like holes in it. It's like it could happen. Because remember, I told you guys, I'm going to let you put the super chat up first.
Okay.
Oh,
Man.
man. I'm about to go freaking crazy over here.
Oh, okay. All right. So for this super chat, we'll go one at a time. Do so we have another one here. Anthony's got another super chat coming in. Anthony is bringing the not only the generosity with your super chats, but he's bringing the heat, man.
Yeah,
he's
he
bringing
is.
it up. He's bringing in the layups for us here to talk about this morning, or this afternoon now. Real quick, guys, let's do a clip here for Anthony for this $10 super chat. And something that you always have to be warned and be prepared for, because you never know when it could happen. The birds could be flying anywhere. So, guys, be on the lookout.
Here they come. Open the door.
Oh my God.
Wow. Dude.
Oh,
Birds.
Lord.
Okay. Here we go. So let me go ahead and have. So Anthony, thank you for your super chat. And speaking of Anthony, bring in another super chat, buddy. Thank you. My goodness, $5 super chat. All right. The big thing in the trailer, okay, is in the kitchen scene. Michael doesn't have his mask on. gets killed, and Corey gets the mask, and it overtakes him. Silver Shamrock.
So
Brandon, I see you have a passionate response brewing.
so the Silver Shamrock, I kind of looked at it so fast. I read the front half and just went crazy. I didn't see the Silver Shamrock, so it's bringing me down a little bit. But remember, I told them like, oh my God, they're doing rehauls and ends. They're doing rehauls. So what, man? What if Michael does die? In that picture we see that Craven put up, he has the ring on. I'm like, bro, so that's a mocked Myers with a burnt mask. You can see the crunchiness, and so it's obviously that same mask. You can see
it is the same mask.
so
Yes.
It's like, bro, what if, man? It's like, bro, please don't tell me that. Do not tell me, man. Like I'm over here about to freaking. I am about to pass out right here. Night Craven, I need support,
bro. It's hitting me too right now. I just realized that is his mask. It's the mask.
Right.
It's the real Myers mask.
I know.
Oh no, guys! This is happening on live. This is live. We're all getting this realization right now, real time, because I remember in that clip when he's stabbing, it's the Myers jacked up mask.
It is. That's what I was wondering about it too, because I was like, if you saw the burn,
and this dude's got a ring on. It's not Myers.
Please.
Oh crud, bro!
Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it to us. Please. I pray.
I'm so glad I haven't got my video done. See, this is why I'm glad I waited, because all this stuff's going in the video to talk about.
Intervention.
Night, dude, what do you think, man? I mean, I just realized that. How did he get Michael Myers' mask on if Myers is alive?
Oh man.
Night Craven, talk to me, please.
I'm trying, but I'm with you. I don't.
Oh man.
I don't know how you do it.
Oh
my gosh! Do we just literally break it on our live stream that Myers dies for sure?
Wow.
Why?
Night. I love it. I know. That's how I'm feeling too. Like what?
Oh man.
Whoa.
I'm literally speechless as I'm letting all that sink in. It can't.
It's over, Night. It's over.
No, it can't be true, is it? Can't be.
No, man. Come on, man.
Is it true? Come on, man. Please.
Man,
Wow.
You know what? Hold on a second, guys. We got to you know what, man? You got to give me a minute, man. This is
Emotional damage.
Thrill me.
Man, we got to regroup here, buddy.
Thrill me.
Right.
Thrill me.
Oh.
Detective, thrill me.
Wow. Okay. Anthony's the one that really broke this. It got us thinking. None of us talked about this all morning. Didn't connect the dots. We saw the hand and the ring, and so that's Corey. But how did Corey get his mask? Okay. Anthony, we're in shock. Brandon, I think he's turned into Danielle Harris in 5. He's gone mute. I don't think he can speak. Poor Brandon. So let me say this. Bye, Carrie. By the way, I see Carrie's heading out. Thank you so much
See you, Carrie.
for being here.
See you, Carrie.
And Anthony, brother, listen. No, I know. Trust me. We know, buddy. We know you're not coming from Reddit. Come on now. No. This is the brilliant mind of Anthony. We know how it rolls, man.
Right.
We know. But
man.
I think that's something that's going to take a lot more thinking about here.
Yeah.
Because, man, hey, well, while we're thinking about that, here's something that's kind of totally get our minds off of that for just a minute. Memo Boy coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much, man. And he says he's going to change it up for just a second. Screen change. Okay, here we go, guys. So let's let's park Halloween just for a minute here. We're getting ready to wrap up anyway, guys. We're gonna have to say goodbye in just a minute. Scream change. What do you guys think about Dermot Mulroney's daughter, or who do we think it'll be? As he said, his daughter was killed. Is it Liv from the new Scream, or is it older? All right. I also have a video I'm working on this exact question. It's in the middle of being done. It may come out tomorrow at this rate. But real quick, Knight, I have some thoughts on it. What do you think, Knight? We'll start with you and we'll go around.
Well, number one, and when we saw some of this being broke, it was kind of like, yo, stop giving away so much. You know what I mean? We know he's playing a cop, and he's talking about how his daughter was a victim. I think that's the way he worded it. Or he said, I don't.
Is a victim.
Yeah. And so it's like, come on, dude, stop talking so much. But I definitely think, and we also know he watched 2 particular Scream movies to prep for this. You want me to mention that, Steven?
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Okay. You can do that.
He said he watched Scream 4 and Scream 5 to prep for this. Okay.
Yes.
So this this could go deep. It could be fun, but he could have connections to Scream 4. He could have connections easily. So I'm really it's exciting news. I kind of wish I didn't know it though, but this is par for the course. This is just how movies are. And he's been around the block for a long time, so it's probably something that I'm not saying it was orchestrated per se, but movies, they know how to push buttons for the fandom. So but it's very interesting. I will put it that way. But I don't know if it's Liv. I think it could be someone older. I think it would be from someone older. Just as a quick take from the news, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but they seriously need to stop him from doing interviews because I'm the video I'm doing about him. We talk about that, and then we talk about another potential slip up that's even bigger than that. If it's true, he may have opened. I'll save it for later. It could be even worse. Brandon, any thoughts on Dermot Mulroney's comments about his daughter is a victim? And that's how he gets into the storyline. It's all family. It's family thing.
I agree with Knight. I think it's someone older, and it's going to be kind of like almost like we can almost dig into like a flashback in a way that makes sense. And I think it will kind of bring everything to a full circle, and we will understand everything with him. I don't think it's going to be Liv because like how Knight said, I think it's going to be someone older. And it's gonna mean more, with legacy and everything. So.
Agreed. And the fact that he's watching Scream 4, there's significance to that, guys. There's, and I believe you might could say, well, because Kirby's in it. I'm like, okay, maybe, but I don't think so, man. I think that there's a reason he watched 4s to get to know some characters in there, and I think he could be Jill or Olivia's dad. From 4. Imagine if it was Jill's dad.
That's serial killer, right?
Oh my gosh,
that would be some crazy stuff right there.
That would be nuts.
That's right.
But it could also be a member of the new cast. That's possible.
Could be.
It's possible. Yeah. But I agree. It does seem to be like the fact that he said I watched Scream 4 and 5 to prepare for my role. There's got to be some connection to 4.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. So Memo Boy, thank you so much, man, for your super chat. That's very generous of you. And how about we'll go with this clip for you here. How about always be sure, I know it's getting around lunchtime for a lot of folks, so be sure you inspect your soup closely.
An awful face in my soup.
Man, I love that video.
Me too.
Yeah.
Conrad, I know I'm with you, man. I'm like, just please don't talk anymore in interviews. Okay, So guys, we're going to start wrapping it up now. It's we kind of went longer than we anticipated, but we've had such a great crowd. We've had such a good time. And like Knight said, we could, if we had the availability of time, we could go on for 2 or 3 hours. I mean, it's going to be more than we already have. So we're going to chew on that whole Corey with the ring wearing Myers mask thing.
Right.
That rhymes. We're going to have to chew on that this afternoon for tonight's stream on Brandon's channel.
Yeah.
Because I'm not ready. I can't even really talk about it. I can't process. How do we get there? I don't know. I can't.
If
it just happened.
Get that screenshot of me, Craven, and Knight. I had a glimpse when I looked up. You see Craven like, oh, then you see Knight just like, whoa, that right. It's like,
right.
Oh, I was literally shocked. I was stunned for a minute. My brain was like, whoa, like everything went in slow motion all of a sudden.
Man.
Val says, no, Lindsay did not get thrown from that dang radio tower. There you go, Val. There we go. I'm always looking forward to your commentary on the radio towers. Okay, so final thoughts, guys. We're going to give final thoughts, then we're going to call it a day for now, and then we'll be back on Brandon's channel tonight. Again, guys, before we give our final thoughts, if you've not subscribed to my channel here at Craven Something Scary or the Night Watch Zone or I Like Scary, man, you guys need to go do it right now. Trust me, you're going to love the content. And Knight and I are both going to be on Brandon's channel tonight at 9:30 Central to talk about, no, not Disney. We're talking about Halloween Ends trailer. So if you've enjoyed this morning and you've had a good time, we're going to continue this and go longer, even more details. Because trust me, the three of us are going to go back and dissect that trailer even more.
Right?
Frame by frame.
I can't wait, man. I'm like,
seriously.
It's going to get crazy, man.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be nuts. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to everyone here. And also, really quickly, guys, if you have not hit the thumbs up button, we're at 93. We just need 7 people right now to hit the thumbs up, and we're going to hit 100 likes. That's going to help this stream. The minute we shut off, it's going to go into replay mode, and it's going to cause more people to see this stream in replay and be a part of what you guys were today with us. So if you have not done so yet, last time I'm going to ask you to do it. If you would please hit the thumbs up button really quick and let us get to 100. We're at 94. We're 6 away. And I'm sure 6 of you haven't yet hit it out of 70 people. So at 95, there we go. 5 more, guys. Get us to that 100 mark. What a way to end the stream at 100 thumbs up. That would be phenomenal. All right, as you guys are doing that, we have another super chat that came in from our man Anthony. Coming in to, he's wanting an encore. He's paying for an encore. Anthony, I promise you here in just a minute, my friend will deliver. You have purchased the rights for a replay, so we will give that to you in just a moment. Okay, I'm gonna leave it up on the screen so I don't forget. All right, so let's talk Knight. Final thoughts. Then we'll go to Brandon. Then I'll give you mine, and then we will sing our way out. So, Knight, give me your final word as of now on the trailer and what you think.
The trailer, I really enjoyed the trailer, and I've been talking about it all morning long now, and I love the vibes. I love what we saw. It didn't give away too much, at least to the the average viewer or whatever, but it gave you some really cool vibes, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited. The possibilities, and obviously this conversation, we've gone down a lot of rabbit trails, which has been fun, and it's a great time to be a horror fan. It really is.
Heck yeah. Brandon, how about you, man? Final thoughts right now on the trailer based on what we've seen.
I think it was by far one of the best. It was the best trailer out the trilogy, in my opinion. I think when you think back on it, that the trailer is crazy from the POV. Even though it's not Michael, it's still wild to see that.
Right.
It is.
But, seeing Michael and Lori go at it in the kitchen in the 78 vibes, it just gets you hyped and amped, man. It makes you wish October 14th was tomorrow. And it's just like, I'm ready for it. It was the 78 is what got me, man. Those little
Yeah.
Easter eggs, it pulled me in close with it. So, bro, I loved it. It was amazing. I watched it about 20 times already.
Yeah, and watching it, going back, you do the breakdown and you watch it in slow mo, and you catch little glimpses like the ring we're talking about. And then Andrew had a comment here. He says, in the trailer where Michael gets his hand stabbed, it looks like the person is wearing coveralls and a ring. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to go back and we'll be dissecting that trailer. I'm going to be going back now as I'm getting ready to work on my breakdown video for you guys. So we'll be looking at it really close for sure again. And my thoughts are much the same as yours, guys. I love the trailer. Frankly, I don't want any more trailers. I really don't. I'm good. I don't want to see any more because they're only going to show us more stuff if they do another trailer. So, unfortunately, we know how the business works. There'll be a trailer. It's coming in August or September, but hopefully, probably September. But hopefully rather, there's not one. And hopefully they won't do what they did with Kills, because this was done pretty good. Other than the hand with the door opening, could have done without that scene, But like I say, considering what they've done in the past, it was pretty good. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, listen. Don't forget, everyone, subscribe, like everything else. We love you guys. You guys have been amazing. We appreciate you all being here. And real quick, because of Anthony's super chat, rather than playing a clip, we're going to be the clip. And we're actually going to sing you guys out here with the Silver Shamrock theme song. And as we do that, we will then say goodnight or good afternoon at this point, and see you back tonight on I Like Scary's channel, Brandon's channel. Thank you, Russell. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for the kind words.
Man. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
So I wasn't able to be there, but Knight started us off early this morning, and then we continued here, and then we're going to end on Brandon's channel. It's like the trifecta of Halloween today. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, so guys, guys here on the panel, I'll see you backstage after we sing. But to everyone in the chat, we're going to sing you guys out, and we'll say good day to you all. Thank you for your super chats, all your generosity. Thank you for subscribing to us. We love you, and we'll see you very, very soon. And keep an eye out for all of our update videos. We're going to be putting trailer breakdowns probably later today. I know I am.
Yeah.
So Brandon too.
All right.
So and Knight, I'm sure we're all are. So keep an eye out. All right. Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to sing it through 2 times, and I'll count us in, and let's let her rip. Here we go. This is for Anthony's super chat. 3, 2, 1, go. Happy Halloween, 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 happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. One more. Happy Halloween, 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 happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. All hail Michael Myers. Bye, guys. See ya.
Peace.